Hello and welcome to this podcast where we'll be taking a look back at the year 1900, a significant year in history that marked the beginning of a new century. At the turn of the century, the world was changing rapidly. Technological advancements were transforming the way we lived, worked, and communicated, while political and social movements were pushing for change and reform. In 1900, the world's population stood at around 1.6 billion people, with the majority living in Asia. Europe and North America were home to the most industrialized nations, with the United States emerging as a major economic and military power. One of the most significant events of the year was the Boxer Rebellion in China. The Boxers were a group of Chinese nationalists who were opposed to foreign influence in their country. They launched a violent uprising against foreigners and Chinese Christians, leading to a military intervention by an international coalition of forces. In Europe, the political landscape was shifting as well. The British Empire was at the height of its power, but tensions were rising between European powers. In the aftermath of the Spanish-American War, the United States was emerging as a global player, while Russia was expanding its influence in Asia and the Middle East. In terms of technology, 1900 was a year of significant advancements. The first Zeppelin was launched in Germany, paving the way for air travel, while the Wright brothers in the United States were working on their first airplane. The telegraph and telephone had already transformed communication, and the first radio transmission would take place just a few years later. On the cultural front, 1900 was a year of great literature. L. Frank Baum published his classic children's book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, while Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness was published in book form after being serialized in a magazine. The arts and crafts movement was in full swing, promoting traditional craftsmanship over mass production. In the world of sports, the modern Olympic Games were held in Paris, France, for the second time. The Games featured 1,500 athletes from 24 countries, competing in 95 events across 19 sports. The United States topped the medal table with 47 gold medals, followed by France with 27. However, the year 1900 was not without its challenges. The world was grappling with issues such as poverty, inequality, and social injustice. Women were fighting for their rights, with the suffragette movement gaining momentum in Europe and North America. In conclusion, the year 1900 was a time of great change and transition. The world was moving towards a new era marked by technological advancements, political upheaval, and cultural innovation. It was a time of both hope and uncertainty, as people looked to the future with both excitement and trepidation. Join us next time as we continue to explore the history of the world.